Hey fam, welcome once again, and God bless you all in Jesus' mighty name. God bless everyone joining us today. And if you're joining us for the first time, this is ChantalEkabe. I'm always here to pray with us and also to share with us the word of the Lord, and also some encouraging things, things that are going to encourage us as we walk with the Lord every day. And this is one of the things I think is very important to talk about and to share on, because a lot of us have this issue going on in our lives, and I think it's good that we address it because this is very important as we walk with the Lord. So you're welcome once again, and God bless you. This has to do with your private time with the Lord and your privacy as well. Privacy is something that is very, very personal and is very important as well. A lot of us do actually want to be private, and we want to live a private life, we want to live a quiet life, we want to spend some alone time with the Lord. But sometimes it's not always that easy, and then sometimes you ask yourself, is it really something that is necessary to do? Is it worth it? Is it something that God will want me to do? And what are the benefits of actually spending some quiet time with the Lord and also being a private person? Not talking too much, not exposing a lot of things, not letting people to know so much about your life, not being too open, but being a person who is more open with God than open with people. And this question has come up a lot, where people call me or they try to reach out to me to ask me the importance of quietness and how it can help them to grow, not just in the Lord but in their lives in general. How it can help them to become successful, to build up a good home, build up a good business, build up a good career, or whatever it is that you are doing that God has laid on your heart to do now. This is something I'll tell you about being quiet. When you are quiet, when you're somebody who is private, somebody who is not always very open, and even when you're open, the people you're open to, and where you're supposed to be open. When you are that person, you give the enemy less room for attacks and for battles. Because one thing that we have to understand is the enemy is going to work based on the information that he has received, the information that he has been given. Now, I'm saying this out of experience. I have experienced this, I have gone through this, and I've come to learn that it is better to be a quiet person, it's better to be a private person, to be personal, than to be very open. And even if you are someone who is open, let the Lord lead you, let him guide you, especially when it comes to the people you're open to, and where you are open, because these things, they can affect you in a very negative way. Trust me, being open has affected me negatively, and so I've learned to be quiet, I've learned to be personal, to be private. I'm going to put it that way. So the devil is going to work on what he has, he's going to work on the information that he's giving. And so when you let out so much out there as a person, especially when you are a minister of God, or you are a Christian, you're a child of God, you should already know this. You have an adversary. Just by saying yes to Jesus, you have an adversary, and that adversary is the devil, is Satan. And so when you are a child of God, you have to be very, very wise. One of the reasons being, the enemy is your adversary, and he's always going to want to attack you, and everything you do, he's going to want to come after you in any way that he can. So when you are someone that is private, you don't let too much out there, you are not too outspoken, there is less the enemy can do concerning your case, concerning your situation. The enemy is not all-knowing. That is something that we have to know and understand. He is not all-knowing. God is all-knowing. He's the God that knows everything. So the enemy is only going to know what you have given to him, what you have spoken to him about. So please take note of that point. It's very, very important. The second thing you want to know about being quiet is that it helps you to build boundaries. When you are quiet, you tend to build boundaries. A lot of us don't know about that, but when you are somebody that is private, there are boundaries that will be built around you. And what boundaries does is that it prevents certain things from coming to you. Certain people that are not supposed to be around you, things that are not supposed to be happening in your life, it's going to prevent prevent those things from happening in your life and those people from coming to you and wasting your time as well, because we have very limited time here on earth. The time is so short, and so the time God has given to you, make the most out of it. What you have in your hands right now, please make the most out of it, because you are not going to have that same time again. And once this second passes, that is it. It's not going to come back. So it helps us to build boundaries. When someone is not very open, there are boundaries that are being built around that person, because people already know, hey, I can't go past this boundary, I can't go past this level when it comes to this person, or I can't cross this limit or this boundary. And when that is the case, you find yourself being protected, actually being covered from a lot of things, like I mentioned earlier. The third thing about silence is that it helps you to be an organized person. A lot of us don't know this, but when you are quiet, it gives you more time to organize what needs to be organized and to put in place what needs to be put in place in your life and around you. Hallelujah. When you talk so much, there is so much that's going to come to you, and before you know it, there's so much you have to take care of, there's so much you have to handle. The things you were not even supposed to get yourself involved with, you start finding yourself getting involved with those things, and then you are all over the place. So please, this is something that we must practice. Hallelujah. So sometimes it's very good for you to be a private person, be quiet, and then just spend time with God. Now, spending time with God, spending alone moments with God is going to help you to be able to listen to God, listen to the voice of the Lord, and that is going to help you grow in your walk with Him. So that is another reason why you should consider being a private person. Hallelujah. And to spend time alone with the Lord is going to help your walk with the Lord. I'm not saying you shun people from away from your life. I'm not saying that you live a life that is so isolated, and no, you cannot even live that kind of life while you are here on earth. As long as you exist here on earth, there are going to be people, there are going to be things you have to deal with and all of that. What I'm just trying to say is, don't be too open, don't be too loud, and don't talk too much, because it can cause a lot of issues around you. So you hear the voice of the Lord also better and clearer, especially when you are alone spending time with Him. And that is very, very important. God releases you to levels of revelations. Most of the times you get revelation when you're spending time with God. You're spending that alone time with God. It opens you up to revelation. So if you want to be somebody who is blessed with the spirit of revelation, spend time with the Lord. It's very, very important. And this habit of spending time also with the Lord is going to help you to become a mature person. It's going to build up maturity on the inside of you. Trust me, once you start practicing these things, you're going to see everything I'm talking about. And I know there are many more, but I don't want to go further. I know there are so many reasons why you can be a private person, and there are things that you also have to learn to keep to yourself and also spend time with the Lord. If you know of those things, write them down on the comments so people can come and learn and it can help somebody. But for now, I will just end with these ones. Please take it back to the Lord in prayers. Pray on it. Let God speak to you as well. I believe it's definitely going to give you a lot of confirmations on doing this. And as you start a new year, I know definitely that you will take on this habit and you are going to see great results in your life. God bless you. Thank you very much for watching, for being a part of us today and being a part of this video today. I love you so much. I appreciate you. Please don't forget to like it and also share with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new as well. God bless you as you do so. I love you, and I hope to see you again shortly by His special grace. Be blessed.